What's going on today, lords and ladies? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for checking in. We're playing some more Elder Kings 2 today. This is episode 21 of my series, The Path to Alaxon. Let's hit continue. We do have a lot of work to do today. More land to requisition from our vassals. But we should get through the process a lot faster now, because you've seen me do this. You understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I can just do it, and I don't have to give explanations anymore. We can just play the damn game. So I have a new target. We're going to mess with the King of Skywatch. He's become too powerful. There are two complications. One is he's not going to do this willingly. He will rebel. Well, there's a 75% chance that he's going to rebel, and that's pretty much what I'm betting on happening. So he's going to rebel against us, which isn't a big deal. If he becomes my rival after we do all of this, if he's my prisoner, I can just execute him. That takes care of my rival right there. So there's actually a benefit to fighting a war. It's going to require me raising troops and fighting battles and doing all that, but it's worth it. There are so many empty baronies that I'm going to get to fill at the end of all of this, and it will definitely get us our next legacy today. So let's revoke it. We're doing that. You might notice that my domain limit has gone down a bit. I did it in preparation for this war, because I think I'm going to absorb some domains that I want to hold on to, at least for a short amount of time. So I just prep myself. So I can absorb all of this, and it won't put us too high over our domain limit. The other snag that I didn't get to is that my son, who's the Duke of Matheson, this son, he's the one that owns most of this. He's reached beyond the boundaries of his duchy, and that's probably because he was previously, or actually this is definitely the reason. Where is it? To change his governance, or to change his administration type. Whatever, each governorship has a specific kind of administration. You know, civilian administration, naval administration, frontier administration, you name it. He was previously set to an administration type that allowed him to get conquest, but I changed that. We switched him up to a civilian administration, and as a result, he lost the casus belli to be able to get new lands. But that's the reason why he has all of this. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to take his title away. I have to revoke his duchy title if I want to take all the land in Valenwood from underneath him and manage it and fill all the baronies and stuff. So he's not going to like that. But the way I see it, when the war is all done, I will be the King of Skywatch and I'll be the Duke of Skywatch. So if he doesn't hate me too much after taking his title away, I can just make him a king. I have no interest in holding on to this. I have my two kingdoms. I have my kingdom of Alinor and my kingdom of Noldoril. These are suiting me just fine. And even though I can have an unlimited amount of kingdom titles without suffering any penalty, so technically I could just hold on to all the kingdom titles myself, but that doesn't help me with renown. I have two daughters that are kings themselves, and as a result, they're providing renown to me. So in order to pay back my son for having to take away his duchy title, we'll give him the King of Skywatch, or the Kingdom of Skywatch. And he will be back to his normal borders. He won't have any of this. He won't have any of this. This will all be mine, and then we can manage it as we go. I think once I'm done with all of this, we have some vassals. Like, he has direct vassals. I think I'll just hold on to those direct vassals. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to take all their titles away one by one. Let me see. Yeah, there's a temple that I could build there. We'll play it by ear. If the person has a county that can be developed and I can build a temple in it, I'll revoke their title. If not, I won't bother. So let's go. He declined, which is fine. He does have some allies, but one of them is an internal alliance. One of his vassals is his ally, so that's not really strong. And this isn't really anything, so I'm not worried about this. Before we raise our army up, I'm going to call on some of our provincial armies. I have a little bit of influence left in my bank account. I'll just do one. That should be enough. We'll spawn the army right here. Oh, we can get a little bit closer. Let's spawn there. I'll decide who's commanding my army once we get it all together. Oh my god, this is the guy I just declared war on. Oh no, he just rebelled against me, and he's coming to bend the knee. He must have been traveling to my... I didn't realize that. He must have been traveling to my county to bend the knee right before I did this to him. And that's actually okay, because whenever somebody bends the knee, it gives me some renown. So it's a good thing I didn't declare war on him, or I didn't revoke his title before he was able to get here. That's really funny. So now, as a reward for coming and paying homage to me, sir, I'm taking all your stuff. Okay, I was fabricating a hook against my head of faith, so we can have a hook if we ever want to divorce our wife. I want to touch on that really quickly, by the way. I don't see the need to divorce my wife anytime soon, and I'm thinking if we just allow her to live her life and we don't divorce her, she might just die naturally. That's way better PR than me having to divorce her and get a new wife that way. So, I think I can afford to be her husband for a while. We only just turned middle age, so we still have plenty of time to live, like another century or more. So there's plenty of time to get new wives. In fact, you didn't see me do this, but behind the scenes, I looked around and I wanted to see what some of the women look like if I did end up divorcing my wife, and none of them really impressed me. So maybe if we just allow more time to go by, more impressive specimens will become available for me to marry. So I'm not in a rush to divorce my wife, but I still want the hook. I still want the ability to do it whenever I want, even if I'm not going to do it. Alright, so we got a strong hook against... I'm sorry, not a strong hook, a weak hook against our head of faith. That's going to last for 10 years. And if we don't end up using it in that time, we can just fabricate another one, because that was like the easiest scheme ever. Like, I only just started that scheme at the end of our previous episode. Okay. I'm also challenging somebody's status, just to make up for the fact that I had to spend a lot of influence. So, there's 145 right there. I'm making a decent amount of influence passively now, so influence should be no longer a problem. I shouldn't have to challenge people's status as much to get renown, to get influence. I'm sorry, guys, I'm mixing up my words. I do that a lot, actually. I want the best commander. Alright, the best commander is commanding. I'm gonna take some attrition getting to the capital. We could do that. But this would cost me 134. What do I value more? 134 gold or 500 men? Let's just go by land. And I need to see if she, yeah. She's probably sending an army to my capital. Is that what you're doing? Yep, that's exactly what she's doing. Okay, in that case, I'll split my army. I'll use the army that doesn't have any siege weapons. This is the army with my war mages. So this army will stay and siege. The other army... This one will go back. I should have seen that coming, but we're on top of it. She hasn't even arrived yet. I think I might have forgotten to forbid. I did forget. He's really low down the list here, so he most likely wouldn't have become a knight, but still, I want to prevent my son from being a knight. I'm gonna quickly create an accolade here. These are my only two options if I choose him. How about you? Neither of those are really good, but disciplinarian's pretty good. Levy reinforcement rate. Levy maintenance minus 20% if I get up to rank 6. Okay, we'll do this. I'm trying to think of something that has to do with what his traits are, or his attributes. So the Imperial Huntsman. Let's just get something going. He's got Huntmaster too, so we can just give him the same name. Whoops. I have to change up his outfit. If he's gonna serve as a knight, he can't be on the battlefield with his half naked. There, now he's properly kitted out. Okay, he's commanding that. She's commanding that. I want the best commander commanding the armies that's going to be fighting battles. Like, I don't need a super good commander to do sieges. So the better commander needs to be the one that's fighting against their forces. Alright, that took a while, guys. I'm sorry. I got distracted by the stupid accolade. The woman who was formerly my wet nurse, she can be my cupbearer now, as long as she's not too scary with her personality, because that's a powerful agent. Very honorable, perfect. We do have a rival, but no longer. Alright, that's good. Now that I have no rivals currently, I won't be so concerned if we start getting rivals in the future. At least we have 0 right now. This is probably going to take a long time to siege. I will become the owner of a brilliant gemstone. This is a better quality gemstone than maybe some of the ones I have. These are rough. Or modest. This only gives me 1 learning. This new one gives me 2, and some more prestige. I'm losing this modifier, but it's not really that great. I'll take it. Thank you. Take this one down. Put that one up. And I'll give my son my old one. Yeah, this might take a long time to siege, but whatever. My spymaster has come to me with grave news. He's certain that Amros, the son that I just gave that gemstone, is scheming against my cupbearer. I'm not throwing him in jail. But that means he's a criminal, I think. Yep, he's a known criminal. So we have a reason to imprison him if we ever want to. He was only an agent, so the scheme is still going on. Somebody's been trying to murder my... Oh no, she was my wet nurse. Now she's my cupbearer, so somebody's still trying to kill her. We want her to survive. She's a good cupbearer. Alright. We arrived at about the same time. Let's go fight a battle. The game says the odds are in our favor. Good. We have the same quality army. Unfortunately, the guy that we're fighting, he's not leading the army, so we won't be able to capture him. I'm fighting against my son? Is he fighting? Oh yeah, because he's the vassal of the king. I understand. So yeah, we are technically fighting against him. Alright, we won the battle. Let's stay on him. I have to remember to turn my master of the horse. We'll use this while we're at war, but I have to remember to turn this off because it's a drain on my money. It's not much, but I'd prefer to not have to spend money unnecessarily. So I'll try to remember to get rid of that. And since I'm not spending any money, like we have nothing to spend money on right now, I'm just saving up for when we have to build all the settlements. If we have enough money left over, maybe we can do a tournament. I did mention I want to start getting all these hostile looter traits up to tier 3 because of the really good rewards. For example, horse, which we're about to get, monthly renown plus 5%. So we'll host a tournament ourselves to celebrate our victory. Not interested? Go away. Yeah, just stand there and let me kill you. But I hope my son isn't in the army, because I don't want to kill him. Somebody's trying to kill my wife. I just had a really nasty thought in my head, and I thought to myself, should I let it happen? No. My wife doesn't deserve to be murdered. So, we're going to redouble our guards if we aren't doing that already. Nope, we are doing that right now. So the max success to kill my wife is 30%. The secrecy isn't that good, and it's starting with really low odds, so I'm confident we can protect her. Alright, we're at 55. Did we capture the capital? We did. Alright, so what I want to do now, since we have the capital, let's target settlements like this. This is a city with basically no defensive structures. That way we can capture them really quickly. We won't go after the castles. Here's another one. A temple with no defensive buildings. We'll go for this one first. And then that should be enough to win it. If we just keep winning battles over here. That got us up to 71. We'll stay on them. This is going really well. Explore Skyrim. Go to your GameStop. Go to GameStop, buy a copy of Skyrim, and go on an adventure. Meet the stupid kid in Windhelm that's trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood. And Cicero, the most annoying mofo in the whole game, who's freaking stupid jester. What do I want him to bring me? Trinkets are good. I don't want something that you can hang on the wall because all those slots are full. I could use a pedestal item. Do I trust him to bring me something good? I'll ask him. I want to possess something truly unique, and hopefully it's not some kind of wall hanging. Yep, we're sieging this really easily. We haven't allowed them to catch their breath. Alright, that's it. We destroyed all their armies. Once we capture this, that's game over. Since I'm going to absorb this myself, and I'm probably going to hold on to this, maybe. If I siege it, it's going to reduce the control, so we won't do that. I don't really need this army doing anything, because I don't want them going out to sea. I don't want to have to spend any money unnecessarily. So, just come back home or something. If my wife gets killed, I can't I can't take money from her. This is the hook that I can't use accidentally. This is the one against my head of faith. So we'll take that away. Are you ready to start spamming temples? It's going to be so much fun. Uh-oh, we're getting sieged. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. There's no way they're going to get a siege done by the time we win this. I receive a letter from my adventurer, vividly recounting his recent escapades. I've been spearheading a grand expedition into the forgotten depths of Moorgate, where the allure of a radiant gem beckoned. A local adventurer named Ansu debated its fate with me. She claims that she got there first, and therefore she's the rightful owner. If he duels her, he's probably going to win, but most likely only slightly higher quality. Let's do this intrigue challenge. That's his forte, just like me. We'll do that. He takes everything. I just got 300 gold. Hell yeah. My friend Eldarion smiles ferally as he tells me of his latest victories. I might still have things to learn, but it's getting harder and harder to tolerate Eldarion as a person. What do you mean? He's your friend, man, and he's been giving you strong hooks against people. What are you talking about? I have strong hooks against him and his wife. Nope, waiting for prisoners. And speaking of his wife, I can take money from her. And him. Oh my goodness, look how much money we have saved up. We're going to be able to spam temples. So instead of doing temples county by county, when we do all that, I can just spam every single one of them all at the same time and get them all done. Oh, he's raising another army. This is the only person that's not my child. This is my daughter. This is my daughter. So yeah, I choose you. He's a drunkard. He's got tickle britch. Just learned a secret. No, a secret was exposed. Sorry. Uh-oh, is there a play going on? I'm not paying attention. It's right here. Okay, let's see what our domain limit goes up to after we revoke his title, because we didn't get our titles yet. We have to revoke his appointment now. So our domain limit's going to only be over by 1, and that's fine. We did not become rivals with him, and I don't have any other titles that I need to take away from him. So we can just mass ransom everybody. There is an empty barony here. Yeah, we can release them. I was debating on whether or not I revoke these people's titles, but it's just too much for me. It'll be too much for me to handle. I've already got a lot on my plate right now, so I can just mass ransom them. Oh, now we're 14 out of 12. We're about to get 6 more learning. Or 5 more learning, I'm sorry. Now we're 35. Okay, so that takes care of all of our prisoners. I remembered taking our Master of Horse off of that task. I have somebody else that can be one of my artificers. Excellent. So that's some more renown coming in, because now I have 0.1. We'll have one of them do crowns. A smith or artisan inspiration. And then we'll have the other one do weapons and armor. Weapon, armor, and adventure inspirations. Okay, let's get down to business. Okay, so I have to build a city and a temple. 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 Now, before we deal with our son, before we deal with him and take his stuff away and deal with the chaos over here in Valenwood, because we're going to take on all of this. It's going to be pretty tedious. I can transfer one of my vassals to his rightful vassal, or his rightful liege. Seaside? There's a place in Jersey, on the Jersey Shore, called Seaside. More lovingly referred to as Sleaze Side. Yeah, okay, you know what? I could do that. That's fine. I can transfer him to her. Okay, so we won't be over our domain limit for very long. Okay, I was expecting to only be 1 over my domain limit. What else did we get? Did we get something else? Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. Alright, this one has to finish first. Let's move our steward. We'll start with Skywatch. Since we have 2 temples building here simultaneously, they'll both get finished quickly. Okay, yeah, so that's 14. I must have not realized... I must have missed one. Whatever. Okay, let's celebrate our victory. I'll try to manage the development of our lands while doing our tournament. I'm doing it now, because I have a lot of money. We'll celebrate our victory against the rebels. I can only do 2 events. So one of them is definitely going to be the horse event, a horse race. Because I want to improve that skill most of all. We're right on the cusp of getting level 3. And then I think the other one that had the next best progress was a board game. We won't go all out for the prizes, because there's a chance I'll lose. Let's just do good prizes. That way I don't completely bankrupt the realm. Not yet qualifying. Alright, we'll take care of that. We'll do tourney grounds first. Score increases moderately. We just want to try to... We want to qualify. So whatever increases our score. There we go. See, tourney grounds is great if you don't qualify. Every time... I always seem to have luck choosing this first if you want to qualify. Alright, so we won't get too much tunnel vision while we're doing the tournament. 5 months. People are arriving. A faction is targeting me? What is it, peasants? Yeah, it's peasants. It's in the land that I just recently took over, so it makes sense, right? Oh no, this isn't a part of mine. This is a part of my my really powerful vassal's realm. Why are his peasants targeting me? Horse races can be pretty dangerous. What I should have done before we did this... Do I have an Atronach already? I do. It's gonna last for 3 more years. Okay, I don't need to do that then. I can ask my head of faith for influence. Yes, I'll do that. Sorry, I know the theme song was just getting ready to get going, but... Do we want to cheat? Is that what this is? No, thank you. I don't like cheating. %76% chance our score increases slightly. Diplomacy challenge. 80%. You know this is gonna go. This is gonna go completely wrong. Come on, Redmayne? That's a cool name. It's my wife that's trying... It's been my wife this whole time that's been trying to kill this woman. No wonder it was taking so long to end the scheme, but it's finally over. And my wife is kind of getting her just desserts here because somebody's trying to murder her, too. But there's no way that my wife is going to get murdered. We're going to keep trying to protect her. 59 days. Extra pay if you win. Your score increases greatly, 23%. The horses continue to thunder around the course, the remaining riders sawing at their steeds' reins to urge them ever faster. It's been an eventful race already. I think, remembering when I had cheered my rider on with wild abandon. There's only one more lap to go. I lean over the edge of the stand and shout down at my rider as the pack passes. Go faster. Martial Intrigue Challenge. I want to see what's going to make it better, improving my martial or improving my entry. Neither really helped. It's still 46%. Alright, we'll go with that. That's the highest odds. We won. Did that improve our horse riding? No, it didn't go up. This is a pedestal item. If you fulfill the requirements, my stewardship will go up by 5. My religion needs to have the Dragon's Doctrine, which we do not have. It's gonna fill an empty slot, but we're gonna try to replace it immediately. The only thing I'm getting out of it is court grandeur. I wish we met the requirements, we just don't. Alright, so are we on track to qualify for the board game? We are. Meet the other contestants or sabotage them. County control, popular opinion. Reduce stress, I don't have. Let's just go to the 20 grounds again. I will become the owner of favor. It's not much, but it's something. And this is something I can give my son. I can't give this to my wife to increase her... I mean, I technically could give this to my future wife to boost her fertility. But I already have an item for that. We're going to give her my regalia. My wife is not going to be in my dynasty. If she was in my dynasty, I would give her this so she could get that renown, which would also help me. But since my wives are probably not going to be in my dynasty, most likely, I'll use it myself. This is what I took down. I definitely value renown over piety. Making 120 gold every month. So that was 2 temples built. So that's 600 renown. Move my steward over here, because we're building 2 here. Oh, no, we're only building the 1, because I have to wait for it to finish before I can build the other one. 5 months. Okay, the other ones aren't going to complete as quickly. Not nearly as quickly. Holy crap. 20 months as opposed to only 5? Like, look how much putting our steward... moving our steward there makes a difference. $97... Oh, no, because it's 3 rounds. So the first round is looking good. I like how I brought my sword to the board game competition. Okay, that was the first round one instantly. There we go, another victory. Just one more to go. Oh, and of course we lose the last one. Of course we lose the last one. Son of a bitch. She cheated, disqualified? I am so tempted. She cheated, disqualified. I win. So I took a little bit of tyranny. Who cares? Everybody's opinion's fine. I'm the emperor. I win when I say so. So yeah, and it's gonna go down. It's going down. It was barely anything. Is my hostile looter trade up to 3? No. We did make progress in wit. Let's see our items. A prize goblet. That's a pedestal item. And a bowl, which is another pedestal item. They're not great, but they're filling all my slots. Excellent. That fills every single one of them. Learning +3 for 5 years. Travel speed plus 25%. So when all's said and done, I think I want to hold on to this. I don't know how long I'm going to hold on to it, but we'll hold on to this temporarily. And then I also want to hold on to Skywatch, because we haven't started taking our son's land away, and I need to hold on to this. I can't give it away to anybody else if I want to give it to my son. So I'm not raising a kitty cat. I'm not bringing any kitty cats into my... Why would I want to bring this impure child into my court? No, thank you. If I give him to my son, he will still be in my court, so unfortunately, it's not my problem. Sorry, kid. In all of these places, I think every single one of these places is in Valenwood. If I do this, it'll be easier to convert all these counties. Yeah, they are all in Valenwood. That was a really good one. These hooks are gonna last for 10 years. I'll take the money for that. Let's move our steward again. This is a county I'm going to give away. We need to manage my domain limit. So the sooner that these are done, I can manage my domain limit. Alright, my granddaughter, who was my ward, is now 16. Mastermind philosopher and a master mage. I'm pretty much... Every single one of my wards has become a master mage. Would she serve some kind of purpose in my court? I'm going to give my granddaughter the court musician position. She's the same aptitude, and the woman that I just fired, she's married to my spy master, so she still is here. She's going to stay in court. There's no reason for her to want to leave. My book was just improved. I get monthly lifestyle experience. That's what it says. Yeah, so this modifier was just added to the book that I have on display. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about improving my wife's life expectancy and reducing her stress gain. If she stresses out, that's a way that she can just die naturally without me having to divorce her. I'm not trying to extend her life at all, and adding to her fertility is pointless because she's too old for that now. The gift of my company is bright enough. My wife is asking for a governorship? She doesn't have any... She's a noble family, but she's not landed. She's asking for land. Boulder Tree. She wants a duchy title. I haven't managed this yet. No, leave me alone. I'm not there yet. We still have to get all that land for my son. Alright, my court poet just died. How about the woman that we fired as our musician? I'll make her my new poet. Hold on, we have to check to make sure... Okay, the castle is the county capital. Last episode I was going too fast, and I missed stuff like that, and I had to take people's land away again. Okay, monasteries. Get those built. Now I can drop this. We want to do Auridoni culture, because that's the culture of this island. Okay, now our domain limit is settled. Let's move Stewart here now. Oh, we got our legacy. Okay, now we're going to find out. What I want to be the case is when I click this, we get to see all of our options, and I don't actually have to choose Architected Ancestry first before I get to see all my options. So let's see. There we go. Fecund is here. Fecund is here. Yes. Fertility plus 50%. And it adds to how many years. So it depends on the lifespan. So in terms of our own lifespan, a 3 lifespan, anybody that has this, they will be able to give they'll be able to give birth to children up to 125. And that's way more fertility than getting comely would give you. This is going to make it more common for anybody in my dynasty, not just my immediate family, anybody in my dynasty, all of my landed children who are kings and stuff, if they start having children, there's a good chance that they'll get this. It's worth it. I'm doing it. If Fecund wasn't here, I would cancel right now. Look at that. That trait, essentially, counteracts the lifespan fertility loss. Yeah, so years of fertility, 120. So if they get Fecund, it goes up to 125. I'm actually glad I chose it. I'm glad. Disloyal. It's all because of cutthroat politics. That's... So I'm not really surprised. For 20 years, popular opinion plus 10%, or not 10%, just 10. I don't need 54 gold is nothing. This is way more worth it. So it just went from 14 months to 5. Okay, then once this is done, we'll start taking land away from my son. I've been studying the ancient religious texts and the writings of scholars, and they all seem to agree that this world will end as many others before this epoch. According to my research, we are one of many kalpas that have come and gone. Since I already have a favor of a lady, I would love to get it. What I could do is give it to one of my daughters that's ruling the kingdom. This daughter has already given birth to children, and she still has fertility left in her. This daughter's having children. He's had a bunch of children too already. The daughter that's the king of Shimmerine is not giving me anything. The beloved, that's her nickname. I'll give it to her. I'm giving her the favor of a lady. Alright, that... If she, as long as she equips it, it should... She didn't equip it. Come on, daughter, what's wrong with you? I'll pay the ransom for your husband. I'm not going to dismiss my wife as my physician. I don't like the odds of this. We're just going to... Just leave us alone. I'm not going to drink your cat piss or whatever you're trying to get me to drink. Why didn't you equip this, daughter? It gives you renown. What the hell is wrong with you? I just gave you your husband back. I wish there was a way you can ask them to equip certain things, because it's annoying. She has a slot available for it, so what the hell are you doing? She's using the sword. She's not using this because she already has a sword. She's using a journal, so the rest of these journals she can't use. So why is she has... This is her only trinket. Why the hell are you not using it, daughter? What the... Okay, we're gonna get this temple done. We just got the Bailiff's Innovation, which just increased all of my holdings. They all just got a new slot. I don't see the need in... I don't see the need for any defensive buildings. Or actually, maybe we should get some defensive buildings, because whenever I fight a war, this is the Empire capital is my capital, so it's a primary target for anybody that I go to war with. As much as I would like to think that nobody would come after it, let's build some defensive buildings there. Here, farms. Here. Walls and towers are defensive buildings, and they provide money and some garrison. Do that. Hospices we need here. We also need hospices here. And here. Blacksmiths. Knight effectiveness. Oh, it's not much. But this goes up every time you upgrade the blacksmith building. And I still have a bunch of money, even though I'm spamming all these construction projects. Already has a defensive building, already has hospices, already has farms and fields. It needs a trade port. Claiming to be an exile from a faraway land, Princess Mihaya has appeared in court accompanied by a vast array of exotic animals that are invisible, that we can't see. If you're listening, Paradox, give me DLC that shows animals and stuff, not including the Khajiit. I mean, you know what I mean. A DLC that allows me... I want to see kitty cats around the court. I want to see dogs around the court. I want to see wolves and lions and monsters. Like, I want to see these things. She wants to marry my son, Amra? Absolutely not. Get out! Trying to take my son away from me. Alright, we're over an hour. I'll play for a few more minutes. I was hoping that we can get this done, too. My son. I thought we can get it done. I'm his ally. I cannot revoke a title without a title revocation. I need a reason. He's all the way in elsewhere. What are you doing over there? This is a bit of an oversight, but I guess on the bright side, it's not that big of a deal. He's my direct vassal now because I'm the king of Skywatch, and we don't have to revoke his title, so it's not going to piss him off. But we will have to deal with it in the future still. I'm missing out on being able to build a bunch of temples. And I have too many duchy titles. I'll remain the king of Skywatch when the time comes for me to find a I want some time to go by. I want more of my dynasty members to be born. I want more options for family members to land. Of course I have the son, but he's serving the purpose of being my heir right now. I don't want to give him any commitments. I could make him the duke. But since I'm going to hold on to the kingdom title, and I can have as many of these as I want, and I can't have as many duchy titles as I want, we're just going to give this to a generic person. And make them the duke. He's already in a line of succession. He's this son's son. I pinned my son in preparation to, you know, do all this, but it's not going to work out that way. It's because he's my ally. That ruins everything. That screws up my plans. It's all his children. I don't want to give it to any of my grandchildren by him, because they're already in lines of succession. They're already in their dad's line of succession. He's not a bad vassal. This is only temporary until I can manage it. I still have the kingdom title. So our next target is my son, or maybe we can work on the Duchy of Volkel next, because I have to get around to creating the kingdom of Volkel, and then maybe potentially get a family member here, you know? All the baronies are full. All the baronies are full. Baronies are full. There's one empty one there. There's an empty one there. Empty one. 3 empty ones. This guy has been my direct vassal for a while, and I haven't really been managing him. And I have the domain limit, so what I'm going to do is take his away. I was able to absorb it. Okay, guys, we're going to let this build, and then we're going to wrap it up. We got our next legacy. Fecund is more common for my dynasty. Now, none of this really needs to be managed anymore. For the most part, all of my kings are within the proper confines of their holdings or their realms. Dusk she has 2 more counties than she's supposed to, but that's not a big deal. Sunhold doesn't have anything besides her kingdom. Shimmerine has 1 county outside of her realm, but that's not a big deal. Cloudrest is within the confines of their kingdom. Same with First Hold, minus 2 counties. Is this tribal? The capital of this county is a tribal holding. Why isn't the governor... I guess it's because it's under... It's within the administration, but still, that's something we would want to change. Whatever, I'm not thinking about it now. We've managed in another kingdom. I promise we will get to conquest. I keep saying that, but I promise it will happen. We did do a tournament today. We won both events. Well, technically we lost one, but we disqualified one of the people by force. We have so many vassals, but they all pretty much love me. Everybody loves me. This is the only person. And we need to demand that they convert. Okay, they have a weak hook on me. Ooh, actually, this person might try to force them. Ooh, that was probably not a good idea. I shouldn't have let them. But I wanted to convert them. So I can tell them to do this. Convert my faith. This person might force themselves on my council. And there's nothing I can do about it. Because I can't fire them for a long time. Alright, that's a problem for another episode. I didn't realize that. I valued converting them more. House Redoran is outside the confines of Morrowind. Look at that, the Dark Elves are starting to expand into Cyrodiil now. It looks like Elsewhere is starting to, you know, there are powers developing within Elsewhere. It's not as fragmented anymore. Same with Valenwood. Maybe there's a new power rising in Cyrodiil. Kingdom of Southweald. Falkreath. The Nords are also expanding into Cyrodiil. Everybody's taking advantage of the fact that the Akaviri Potentate broke up, so... No more Goblin! Goblin's gone. It's all gone. I really do sincerely promise, guys, that we will get some conquest, but look how much developing we did. I don't have any money, so I can't spend it. Alright, lords and ladies, that's going to do it for today. Another pretty long episode. Hope you appreciate it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button down below. Leave your comments down below as well. Let me know what you thought of this one. Let me know how happy you are about our legacy. Dude, totally worth getting fecund. So glad we got that. We should start seeing that pop up in more and more of our dynasty members. And since we're landing people in my dynasty so much, that trait's going to become more common all around the empire. So more and more people should become fecund as my dynasty continues to grow. We have 32 members in our dynasty currently. Oh, now my daughter is providing some renown. She's using the favor of a lady now. Yes. Alright, that's really cool. Anyway, I'm trying to wrap this one up. Alright, lords and ladies, I will see you guys in the next one. Episode 22 will be coming at you soon. But until then, have a good one, guys.